Welcome back to BT Friday Morning. We've heard a lot about the devastation over in Nepal and much more insight about the rescue efforts. VP of Burnaby Local 323, Jeff Clark, joining us with retired Captain Mark Pullen and Hunter. Hi, Hunter. Hunter came along for the rescue effort, and you were saying this is the first time in the cabin in a flight they allowed a K9 to come in.
Yeah, that's correct, Riaz. What happened was Cathay Pacific came forward and gave us the flights, and after we had the flights, we said we have three search dogs to come with us, and basically they said to us, well, the search dogs are going to have to go in cargo, and Mark had already told me if the search dogs go in cargo, we're not going. And so we phoned back to Hong Kong. Cathay Pacific made sure we got all the permits in order, and it's the first time they were ever allowed in the cabin.
Okay, so take us on that journey. Once the plane lands in Nepal, what struck you first?
Go ahead.
Well, what struck us was the there was isolated pockets of debris and collapse and so on. We didn't see everything that in the same way that was on media. There were areas that were devastated as far as, let's say, a city block, and so on. But we didn't really see that till we were dispatched to those areas, and we went with the dogs and that.
And Mark, when we look at these photos of the area and the pockets you're able to touch, how do you even begin to start the relief effort? What's the game plan when you get to the ground and you survey what needs to be done? Where do you guys even begin with the time that you have over?
Yeah, the game plan really is you're reporting to the United Nations, and they have a command post there, and then you just start to take your tasks from there. So they know where they want to put you, and then as soon as we get in touch with them and we register and tell them what we have and when we're ready to go, as a matter of hours is the preparation, then they send you off to job sites. So it's already slated by them, the need, by what they're hearing on the ground from their spotters and so on, of people being trapped and so on.
One of your fellow heroes, Ian, on the ground in Nepal, knows it so well, kind of could take you around?
Yeah, what happened was Captain Ian White retired from her job. He's gone trekking to Nepal over 22 times. So he made phone calls for us, and when we landed, we had a bus with guides, and so they knew the area. And despite the fact that these people had lost their houses, they still came to guide us around, and without them, we wouldn't have been able to do it. Yeah.
And you left everything behind for them.
We left pretty well everything behind. We left our tents, our tools. I mean, when you look at what those people have, we felt guilty we didn't leave more, but we didn't know at the time that when we landed, we were going to get another $10,000 worth of tools from Milwaukee.
And how does this change your perspective on just people in general when you see how community rallies to support one another? You have international aid, but you have a real unique journey here to help those. How does that change your perspective given what you've seen over the years?
I think what it does for me is it just brings everything down to where it should be, I think, on a personal level. It's people going to help people. It can get sort of technical, of course, like training and bringing animals over there to send out people that are buried and in need. But it just brings everything just where I think it should be, and it makes everything mean more, because you're just doing a basic skill of I have to find that person's family if they're buried, dead, or I have to try and rescue that man that's apparently, they know that he's in there by last reports and so on. And sometimes, like in Haiti, you could hear them talking through the concrete and like in amongst the void spaces, and so it brings that out in me, and I think it brought it out in the team.
One brick at a time. Now you're continuing to raise funds now for those on the ground there?
Yes, we are through Fund Aid, and if you go to Fund Aid, Burnaby Firefighters Local 323, direct aid to Nepal, and we're at $7,700 right now. We're hoping to raise $35,000.
And so that's your giveaway?
Our giveaway is for everyone that makes a donation, no matter how big or how small, your name goes into a draw, and you have the opportunity to win $1,000 worth of Milwaukee tools.
And of course, we're, as a company, Rogers is trying to make sure that everybody knows that you can easily donate to the Red Cross as well. Support those in need in Nepal. Far from helping everybody over there, we have to do it one brick at a time, as you said.
I would say.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here. We're very grateful.
Thank you very much for having us.